sorry. Yeah. I did my BCom from Delhi University and PGDBM from IMT Ghaziabad, as Rajesh told you, and 1-year diploma in foreign trade. I was inclined towards foreign trade earlier, import export. So I wanted to work in that field. And after doing that, along with the job, I did my diploma in foreign trade. And then I worked in a corporate sector. It was around 7 to 8 years I worked there. And then I took a break. I wanted to spend some time with my child. So I wanted to take a break. But when you work for such a long time, and then you can't sit idle also. So that is the reason I was thinking I wanted to do something, but not 9-to-5 job, definitely. So insurance came into my mind. Insurance is, those days or now also, I think when we say insurance, if we talk about LIC, then everyone used to say LIC, not insurance. So if you say LIC, it means insurance. So LIC came into my mind, and yes, that's how I got my LIC agency license. I started my financial journey then, way back in 2006. And then we visited many corporates in Mumbai. There was a language barrier as well, because people usually prefer Marathi. And when you're talking about insurance or personal things, it's always better to talk in the language one understands. But still, I was fortunate enough and could able to manage do a decent business over there. And we visited many corporates. We met many people. Before that, I had not been to any marketing job. And you can say marketing, obviously, when we are meeting different kind of people, and it was a very good experience for me. And then we moved back to Delhi, and insurance was something which is easily you can acquire the license. So I thought of taking into some professional degree to it, so that I didn't know even whether that financial planning, this CFP, I didn't know about such course also used to happen. So I searched a lot, and then came across CFP program. I immediately enrolled and took classes as well, and cleared my CFP certification in 2013. And then I was fortunate enough that because I did not want to be a distributor, that was my personal choice. There is no harm in that also, but that was my personal choice. So I was not looking for such kind of jobs. So I was fortunate enough that I got a call, and the person had started his new venture at a large scale, and he was looking for CFPs. So I liked the model and just joined. And I worked there for 2 years. It was a really good experience, and we did many workshops in corporates, and met many people along. So it was a very good experience. I got hands-on experience, and basically we took baby steps together. So yeah, the learning is still, it's helping out. And then I left the job after 2 years. I started my own practice, and the same model, fee-based financial planning model, which I really am passionate about. So you can really provide unbiased services. So that was my motto. So that's about me. We all learn and gain experience. Today is another learning day for me as well. So Rajesh, could I share my screen?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, is it visible?
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think. So yes, as today's topic says, why every Indian needs a financial planner. So basically, let's start with what is happening today as on date. So usually, if you have seen that we all prefer, if you talk to anyone, they would prefer real estate properties. If you have, see, property is important. You should have roof on your head. But investing in property, that's what we have been doing it, and people have created wealth also. Also, it's not that people have not created; people have created wealth. But over the period, it has, if you see in last 10 years or 15 years, and when we met many people in the corporate sector, they had invested money in real estate, and they booked flats also. But then you see, there are a lot of developers which could not finish their projects on time, and the money was really got stuck. So they were really facing problem what to do, and they were on rental home. So that kind of problem also was there. And the main thing is that with real estate, the liquidity is very low. You cannot, sell if suppose you need money. It's not possible that you can sell your property within a day or two. It's a long process. So liquidity is a big issue. And then second is durable goods. Yeah, people do spend on durable, which is necessary as well. And gold, which is, all women's favorite. We all prefer gold. I'll just tell you about gold. One of my friend, she actually started buying gold when her daughter was born. She thought that I'll buy 10 gram of gold on every Diwali or on her birthday, I think. Then you can assume that it's how difficult it is to, manage hard gold with you. So if she collects gold for next 25 or 30 years, so how many coins she'll have to she'll have to take care of, and the space, and you have to be very careful how to store it. So and one of my favorite gold instrument is sovereign gold bond. You can invest in sovereign gold bond. You should have a portfolio gold in your portfolio, definitely. Around should be around 7 to 8%, not more than that. Whatever is your portfolio size, you should have 7 to 8% of the gold in your portfolio. But in terms of soft gold, not hard gold. Soft gold means sovereign gold bond or gold ETF. That's what you can keep in your portfolio. So that's the preference. And financial asset, if we talk about today, even mutual fund is so hiked, but still people are, not investing that much in financial assets, in all kind of financial assets. And see, the percentage is so low. And same with pension also. If we say pension, we are only investing in EPF, PPF, and nowadays I think people have started investing in NPS also, but not all, very few of them. And if you will be surprised by knowing that EPF, from EPF account also, when few of my not clients, but I prospects whom we met, and they said we have withdrawn money from PPF account. For what reason? Reason was renovation of home. So it's that's the biggest mistake what we all do. These are the, we are not even thinking about retirement. What will happen in the retirement? Do you want to depend on your child? No, we don't want to depend on our children for for our cash or our requirements. It's not good. So you should plan for your, and there are people who are investing only for children's or they have little whatever money they have, they want to keep it for their children education, which is again, it's not a good idea. You should have a proper planning, and you should think about your retirement also, which is a bigger goal. Okay, for children education, if it's not, you're not able to achieve that goal, at least you have that kind of I heard someone saying that you can get loan for everything in life other than pension. So nobody will take care of your pension. You will have to take care of your pension and after post retirement life, right? So basically, this is the current situation which is happening. And who is going to advise? Obviously, the financial planners or the financial planning industry. So it is very, very important, to keep it up and change from the earlier days to we need to invest in financial assets. in which liquidity is more, and we can really earn it. If you invest for long term, you can really earn well. So, so this needs to be changed. And yeah, these are the terrible habits, we can say, which we are acquiring as of now. But definitely there is a change happening very slowly, but yes, change is really happening now. Okay, if I would ask you who provides advice, because I used to ask you all the, my not my clients, yeah, prospects. So what, if I may see the chat box, if you can just respond, who provides you advice on your personal finance? The answers which we usually get, does it match? If you could just write something in the chat box.
Myself, my family, mutual fund advisor, self, friends, parents.
Correct. So the most, this thing is parents. We used to, even I take my example only, when I started working, and whatever amount I was working, my father only, told me to invest in PPF and buy insurance policy. That's how LIC, definitely. So then he only suggested me, and I did that. Apart from that, I did not invest anywhere. Why? Because I did not have any guidance from anyone. There was no one in the family. There was no one. If you see parents, then friends. Obviously, you ask your friends, where are you investing? Relatives, or in fact CA also. See, CA, chartered accountants, are basically for corporate finance, and they can help you with really help you with tax saving. So if you expect CA to give you holistic view of your holistic planning for you, it's not possible. So you need to have the parents also, the conservative parents always, that time, mutual fund, equity, no one, very hardly people were investing in that. So obviously we can't expect them to give us that advice. So now also, that was back that time, but now what is happening now, it is still happening. Very few people who ask, or some specialized person or some expertise for their advice. Usually people say, okay, I have met many people as well, the working, they are married also, still they say, and my father is taking care of my investments. So, and where is your father investing? Same insurance, we have insurance, we have, FDs and little bit of bonds, and we have gold. So such kind of answers we usually get. So do you really think you can create wealth with such kind of investments? I don't think so. So it's very important for the financial planner's role that you give proper advice, and people should know whom to contact, or whom to take advice from. So yes, if we talk about goals, we have everything in our head. It's not that people do not have goals in their mind. We all have goals in our mind, but do we have plans to achieve that? It's really very rare. If we see this graph, yes, we do dream about things, but plans, it's not even 50%. So it's very important to have your goal, proper goal in your mind. See, once it is there in your mind, then it will remain in your mind only. You have to write it down on a piece of paper. If you write it down on a piece of a paper, then definitely you're going to think about it. Okay, and the planning can start from once you write it down, jot it down on a piece of paper. And the important thing, which is I have seen that implementation process. Even if you have written plan, if you see 24, the implementation would be below, I think, 15. Because implementation, even I've seen people who pay the fee for financial planning services, they are not even implementing 100%. So plan is made according to their requirements, according to their current situation, but still implementation does not happen. So that is the major problem. we need to implement also whatever plan is there. So first you should have goal well written on the paper, and then plan it, how to achieve those goals, and then implement it on time. So if a person is earning, I have a client who is 26 years of age, 25, 26, I think. And he was, he said, when he contacted me, he said, I don't have any goals, so I don't need your advice. So I just wanted to, check few things. I said, fine. So I helped him out. And then after a couple of days, he said, okay, if I take advice, what will happen? I don't have any goal. How will you help me? I said everyone has, goal. It's not that you don't have any goal. You might be wanting to buy property. You might wanting to get married. You might want to buy car. So there are basic things. So you might want to create funds for your parents. So these are the basic things which everyone has. It's just that unless until we write it down on the paper, we are not going to plan for that. If we write it down, then we will plan, and then implementation is equally important. So finally he signed up, and when we jot down the plans, there were 10 to 12 goals which came in, and then we planned for that. He's very happy. It's been more than a year now. So that's how we can really help people to planning your goal and writing your goals, plan, and then implementation. It's very important. Same if we talk about age, the way I was saying that the person is only 26, and I have been coming across now with this age, I would say that I got a call from one of my friend's niece, and she's doing MBA. She is just 20, 21, 20, I think. She's not even earning. And she was asking me if I could help her to invest her money in equity or in mutual funds. So I was really happy to see that. So it is, things are changing. The younger generation is thinking about the investment. So these are the clients we can prospects. These are the prospects we can say, and there's a hell lot of requirement in India. We are not as developed as other countries where it's financial planning is normal. Here also we are developing it, but definitely it's going to take certain time. Women, if we say earlier, what used to happen that even the prospects whom we have met, and I always encourage my clients to, sit with your spouse. So it's always better if you have everything. I would say that I always recommend my clients to have an Excel sheet or whatever plan I'm making. Please share it with your spouse as well, so that the plan will have everything, right? Your existing investments as well in detail, your future plans, your current investments also will be added. And then if you share that, that's the one document you have in your hand, then you can utilize it and keep it safe, and your family also can refer to that anytime. In case of any uncertainty happens, your family has everything at one place. At the COVID time, if you see one of my, I know one of my friend, not friend, but I know her, but she lost her husband. And when I asked her, did he have some insurance policy or investments? She said, I had no clue. I have no clue at all. So what is she going to do now? So it's always important to please share your investments with your wife, with your spouse. And nowadays women are really, it's increasing. Women are getting aware, and they are taking interest also. I'm really happy for that. And hopefully it will increase further. If not above, it should be at par. So that's what I am looking for. And this is one of the sector we have the opportunity. If we talk about family, this thing, I got 2-3 calls who wanted to plan for, child. Earlier, nobody used to think about money matters without planning a family. But now still, yes, the cases are increasing. People are thinking about investment, or thinking about accumulating certain amount before they plan for a child. So which is very good. And the younger generation, you can take from this slide that yes, younger generation is getting into planning and implementation. Things are happening, and if you plan properly, then definitely one can plan for if a person is asking whether this is sufficient, when should we plan. So 2-3 things which I always say. One is insurance, medical insurance. If your employer is covered, you are covered under an employer medical insurance, then just check it out whether maternity is included or not. Because now if you take a fresh insurance policy, it takes 4 years to get it covered. This thing one needs to remember. And second is, if it is not covered, you really need to accumulate that whatever foresee the, if there is a cesarean or normal delivery, whatever the cost is today, you have to accumulate that money in advance. And plus there are multiple other expenses also. Once the child is born, there you want to buy a lot of things for the children, and there are other expenses as well. So you can really plan it out. You can even plan your child's first birthday as well, which usually people do in a grand way. So yeah, and once I have a client whom I did this planning for them. The insurance was taken into consideration for maternity expenses, which will be taken care of, and first birthday, as I said, and the school donation fee as well. We planned for that, and the school fee for next 2-3 years, and then definitely it's going to go from your monthly income. And then simultaneously, see, if you plan for your child's education, the child, many of the people even don't know the cost of the, we want to send our children abroad, but we do not know the cost, and we have no planning for that. That's just a wish. So if you have a plan, and then at least you start early, as early as possible. If the child is not born, then definitely if you start investing even 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees, then it's going to create a really good amount, and it will taken care, your child's education will be taken care of. So that's how planning is very important. And as soon as you plan, it's always good for everyone. So that's what we need to convey. Yeah, if you see the percentage, definitely the younger generation who have, especially who have dual income, they are thinking about it, and they are thinking more than, the other categories. So it's good to see that. If we talk about city-wise awareness, Bangalore is heading. Bangalore and Hyderabad are heading. And we have a lot of scope, we can say that, in Mumbai and Delhi. Yeah, so I don't know from across India, there must be people. But yes, we do have a scope everywhere. But more in Mumbai, Delhi, and these Ahmedabad cities. This is just for the reference purpose, this was. And income, people who are earning more, they are thinking about planning. Everyone has a dream. That's not a question. The question is planning. So everyone, the people who are earning more, they are thinking about planning nowadays, and they want to, really invest. Whether they take a professional advice or not, that doesn't matter. That, it's separate. But people have started investing at least a certain amount, whoever is earning more. So awareness is definitely happening over there. We do have a long way to go when it comes to financial planning. Definitely it's going to take a lot of time, and like these kind of, I think, workshops or webinars if are going to help and help us understand and take proper action. And if we say, as I said earlier, that the higher education cost, we want to send our children abroad, but I have no idea how much it will cost. So that's where financial planner really can help in, identifying the cost and calculate it to today's cost. And then we can definitely plan. All the realistic goals are important, and all the realistic goals can be achieved, definitely can be achieved with the proper planning. And if proper planning has been done on time, and then so definitely there is no point that you won't be able to achieve that. So if we talk about insurance also, see, we earlier, I remember when I was insurance advisor, I used to talk to people about term insurance. So I got weird answers like, if there is no maturity, is there any maturity? How much will I get? I said, there is no maturity at all. So people said, why would I buy if there is no maturity? So that's the kind of and the premium is definitely lower, very low in this thing, term insurance. And yeah, selling was also mis-selling was happening, and used to advisors were not even but today's it's a pitching point in the term insurance, but that time it wasn't. So now today what is happening, it's a reverse. So if a person does not, whether you required it or not, doesn't matter, just buy insurance. That's also not advisable. So if you have any dependent, I never advise to people who are just 24 25, they've started earning, they do not have any kind of financial responsibility on their head. So why do they need term insurance? It is not needed at all. So you need to understand clients the need. What is the need? That person would be that investments would be better for him, and insurance when he gets married, or if parents are dependent or someone is dependent on him or her, then it's definitely insurance. You should go for term insurance. So yeah, people is you there is a very low insurance penetration in India, which needs to we have a huge scope in that also, and we need proper guidance for that. Number one, mis-selling should not happen. And another thing is that if you are insurance expert, and if you are really advising your clients, your customers the proper way, definitely everyone is going to buy. It's the need of an hour. And we are well versed and we are well aware about term insurance nowadays, and that's become the pitching point as well. So yes, it's going to increase now. I hope so. And same way, if we talk about medical expenditure. So medical expenditure, when in corporates especially, and when you have a cover from your employer, so you always, the cover is limited up to 5 lakh. Usually it is 1, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, or maximum up to 5 lakh. Usually it is, has been seen. So if you have that cover, today you are healthy, and what will happen if you change, people do not take any personal cover because they already covered under employers medical insurance scheme. But I always tell my clients or my prospects, whoever I meet, so I always recommend you should have one personal cover as well. Reason, you are perfectly healthy today. If you do not take a cover now, then you might require, if you leave your job now, right, tomorrow if you leave your job and another company which you join, they do not have that kind of facility, and god forbidden, if some illness or some BP problem is there or something else has happened, then you will have very limited options you can choose from when you want to buy a new medical insurance. So it's always better to have one, at least have minimum cover of say 4 to 5 lakh, that's it. Have a minimum cover. When you are healthy, you can always upgrade it anytime, but getting a new cover would be very difficult. So medical insurance is very, very important. We have seen the cases in COVID as well. So it's very, very important. One should think about it. And equity, yes, definitely there is a very less penetration, and we need to educate, we need to guide whomever we can to invest in equity and mutual funds. And there are 1500 mutual funds in the market. So it's again a question how to choose that. Yeah, same mutual fund. If we say that everywhere we are hearing SIP, mutual fund, SIP means mutual fund, we should invest. But I'm generally I'm getting a call from my my friends or relatives. So which mutual fund is best? Where to invest? So that's again a question mark. So you need to really work on, and you need to see when do you need your money before deciding in which mutual fund you should invest. So if this industry is growing, but at a very slow pace. We need to really educate people and help whomever we can to choose the right. It should not happen that investing in mutual fund means you invest in any mutual fund, right? That also should not happen. You should proper do research, do your work, and then start investing. But do invest in mutual funds. And the penetration is very, very low. And really we need to that's the only way we can create wealth. There is no other way we can create wealth. So mutual fund and equity, if you want to create a wealth, definitely that's the only way. You have to get exposed. And again, how much exposure you want, how much exposure you can afford, or what is your risk appetite, everything we need to see, and then guide a person that how much exposure the person can go for. If we talk about GDP, yes, the global average is 63, whereas in India it is just 12%. So there is a large, huge scope over there, and definitely we need to work on this. Change, definitely change is inevitable. So change is going to happen. Clients are, everything is available. So there are a lot of information available on the net. So that's also confusing point. We always get confused. Okay, which one to believe, which one to not, there are so many platforms also. So it becomes very, very difficult for clients as well, that all the information is available there. But choosing the right one is again a question mark. So advisors, yes, definitely professionals like certification, professional qualification is like Rajesh is also, helping people understand, promoting, and it is very good for advisors to have a kind of a professional degree, so that the other person will listen to you. If I do not have a professional degree, you might not listen to me. I mean, or experience also matters definitely. So professional degree definitely helps a lot. And digital, everything is on the fingertip. Whatever you want, you will get it. If you want to buy products also, so you definitely can get everything. So market is definitely increasing, and we hope that it's going to our economy is is going to do better, and it's increasing rapidly. Yeah, regulators also, it's important that everything, regulators need to keep an eye on everything also, and things are changing. um, yeah, as I said, change is inevitable. It has to happen. Our economy is growing, markets are growing, and income is also growing. The kind of income now younger generation is getting, we were not getting at that time, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. The disposable income has increased. So the opportunity of investment has also increased. So that's our, future, the prospects. The younger generation who is earning really well, and they have the disposable income. And as I said, that gave example that young girl who was just studying, and she was thinking about investment. There are a lot of people who are thinking about investments. So we need to just find out that and talk to people. Yeah, people do think about that money matters is complex, because there are so many products available in the market, where to invest. So it would be very, if I'm not, at that time when I was working, I worked for 7 to 8 years, but I didn't do any investments because I did not have any knowledge. So if you have no knowledge and you are earning well also, so what will you do? Either you will save or spend. So spending is very easy. If you have money in your account, you tend to spend it. So it's better to save it first, or at least if you are, keeping money in FD, at least keep it. So at least you will not spend it. So have that kind of habit. Saving is very important. Then comes investment. So that way we need to, it's a complex, yeah, it's not that complex, but yes, we need to, think about in that way. If not, then definitely take experts' advice. I always say that goal without a plan is just a wish. Everything is in your hand and there's nothing is on the paper, then it's just a wish. But another thing which I want to add is that if you have plan and on a piece of a paper, but if you do not implement it, then it's just a piece of paper. This will also not going to help you. So having a goal, turning your wish into your goal, turning your goal into your plan, and turning plan into implementation, all these things are important. You should do that. Only then you will be able to see the difference. You will be able to create wealth for you. Yes, why everyone needs a financial planner? Because, if what financial planner should have, definitely the qualification, which adds on professional qualification. Communication skills, definitely communication should be, you should be able to convince, or not convince, but you should be able to make understand the other person. What is your point, how you can help that person, and what value addition you can do for that person. Why would I come to you? For what? Why would I pay a fee? What value addition you will do for that person is very important. You need to communicate that properly, right? And always have that in your mind that client comes first. So commercial things will follow, but first thing is that you need to have that focus in your mind. I will, whatever may come, I have to first serve my client. He is my priority. I have to think about him or her. So it's very important. And always highlight on life and financial goals. Now, what is life goal? Life goal is like someone, when we are meeting people, someone told me that he wants to fly solo. So what does it mean? So flying solo is not that easy. You need some license. You need to plan for that. Is it possible along with the job? But it is definitely possible with proper planning. If you plan for that, you write it down in your goal, maybe 10 years down the line, maybe 15 years down the line, but you will be able to achieve that. That's for sure. So that is, you need to convey that, and you need to ensure that it can happen with proper planning. And financial goal, definitely we all have kids education and children's marriage, retirement, home buying, car buying, everything is there. That so definitely we can achieve all realistic goals, as I said earlier, that can be achieved through proper financial planning. Yes, definitely. So how financial planners can help? I always say that like Google is available as a road assistance. So for life goal assistance, who is there? Financial advisors. So that's why how it's going to help. So what financial planners can help? They can help you manage your money better, goal-based planning, declutter financial stress, because everything, whatever you are existing, suppose you have done any mistake in the past, or you had invested something which is not fruitful, or you need to, what is the decision that needs to be taken on your existing investments. So that thing will also be taken care of. All your paperwork, all your financial related documents, everything, all the detail will be in the one file. So whenever you want to access that, it's easy to see that. Just that's a blueprint of your financial life, you can say that. And then tax planning is one part. Asset allocation is very, very important, and proper asset allocation. So it depends upon individual. It's not, there is no set rule that for that person asset allocation should be this much. It depends upon one's goals, risk appetite, when do you need the money. It will keep on changing as the age increases. And we definitely create a roadmap for a person, and create multiple level of income, like passive income. You can really create that, help a client to create passive income for them. So that's very how this is how financial planners can help. And yeah, so that's it for I take a rest now, and this is what I wanted to tell you that. And yeah, we all learn from our own experiences. So once you meet people, when you start meeting a lot of people, and whether they turn into your they go for your services or not, that I think matters, but not to that to that extent that you gain the experience. You are meeting people, you are listening their expectations. So always ask your prospects, whoever you meet, so what is your expectations from me, rather than me telling you what can I do for you. I think you should tell me what is your expectation, so that way I will help you whether I can be reach up to your expectations, or I can how I can help, or what value add I can do. So these things will really make a difference. So once we properly approach the prospects or meet anyone. So thank you, Rajesh. And I think if you have any questions, I would like to answer that.
Thank you so much, Rupa. That was a wonderful combination of your experience, real life stories, as well as charts, data, stats, reports, all of that.
Thank you.
I think you beautifully proven the importance of financial planning, both from an investor perspective, and also highlighting how people who want to build careers in the financial planning domain, how the market is big enough for them, how they should be preparing themselves. Kanhaiya, I can see 3 participants who have raised hands. If you can allow them to unmute one by one. And in the meantime, Rupa, if you can stop your screen sharing, probably I'll put the screen in the meantime.
Sure.
Yes, Gopalaji, please go ahead.
Hey, hi, ma'am. Of
Hi.
course, undoubtedly, it's a very good session, very nice session. A lot of, confidence has built up. I've just started. It's been 8 months since into the journey. The confidence has built up over this session. So thanks for that. And I just wanted to know how to be a SEBI registered financial planner. So, and how does I mean, being a CFP helps me in that path.
See, SBI, I think for registering, I think the process will be there on the SEBI website. I am not registered as of now. So you will see the guidelines over there on the SEBI website. And CFP is definitely going to help you a lot, because the kind of knowledge you gain while doing CFP and with the experience. So whatever knowledge you gain, knowledge never goes waste. So it's definitely going to help you somehow on one or the other hand.
Kanhaiya, whose question was this?
This is Gopalaji.
Okay, so Mr. Gopala, if you can stay tuned, at the end of my talk, I can explain you about the SEBI RIA regulations and the guidelines, the requirements, and all the other stuff. Kanhaiya, quickly, the next participant.
Yes, Riyaji, please go ahead.
Hi, ma'am. It was an amazing session. So I'm a first year student and I take myself as somebody who's not good at sales much. So will I be able to attract clients, or is it suitable for me?
See, when I was young, I can say that. So I also thought the same way. I never wanted to get into sales. That was, I was very, how to talk to people, and this thing, that was not my era. But then gradually, once you start meeting people, even in fact, when I took insurance as a career, then that was the first time I stepped out to meet different people. So it's like when you have to just step out and start communicating, start meeting. It's a regular, you are like meeting a normal people. You're meeting someone and just explaining. That's it. Don't think about anything else. It's a regular meet, and slowly and gradually you will gain experience, and definitely anyone can take it up. So marketing is something, as many people as we meet, we gain experience. So definitely you will be able to, just listen to your heart, and whatever you feel is right, do that.
Usha ji, please go ahead. Please ask a question.
Hi, Rupa ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, my question is, how different are the personal financial planning needs of entrepreneurs in India, especially the small and medium enterprises who run sole proprietor and partnership form of business, who don't differentiate between business finance and personal finance? As a experienced financial planners, what do you think are their unique financial planning needs and how do you address them?
See, for businessman, yes, it's very, what happens in business, the income is very, it's not fixed. You might get sometime, you might not get sometime. So it's really, you have to really plan. And whatever past patterns have been in the past, whatever the income patterns were there in the past. So you have to really taken into consideration those past patterns. And based on that, at least keep whatever investments they can do it today, and whatever maximum investments they should do. And we cannot keep one plan and that will keep on running for years. You'll have to really keep on working on that. For quarterly reviews should be there, and half quarterly, every quarter you should meet, and if there is a change, you'll have to implement that. So it's not, if someone is earning a salary, it's very easy for them to make a plan, and then you once in a year you get income raise. But for business, definitely you'll have to keep an eye on everything, and you should focus on like lump sum investments rather than doing a SIP. Maybe with small amounts we can definitely plan a SIP for that, but lump sum investments would be better. So when they have more money, plan to have more investments. And when they do not have any problem, if we talk about SIP, then definitely there is an liberty that we can stop anytime whenever you wish to. So we need to plan accordingly as per the requirement. So that depends upon case to case basis.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, I can see someone with the name of Lenovo.
Hi,
go ahead.
Mr. Sudhakar. Hello, Rupa.
Yes,
Thanks for this wonderful session.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I have a question regarding this financial planning and wealth management. So I see two different paths are there. So I want to know the difference between these two. So
see, wealth planning, yeah. So wealth planning is something into distribution. So you'll have to, and if you talk about financial planning, that can be include wealth planning as well. Distribution plus, you can charge a fee as well. But wealth planning is basically a distribution, and you will create a portfolio, and the major focus is on investment in wealth planning. Whereas in advisory, I think the whole holistic view is there, 360-degree view, and we can really plan differently. So these are two different things altogether. Not altogether, but yeah, there is a difference.
Vijay Gupta ji, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, actually, I am a financial distributor, mutual fund distributor.
Okay.
And I want to shift my career towards, registered investment advisor or something like CFP. So like, I'm not so much comfortable, in order to shift to the different path from the distributor to the advisory financial planning. So I'm not feeling, because I'm earning from the distributorship and my whole income will go in zero and I have to start from scratch. So can you tell me like how I can migrate from this distributorship to the financial CFP?
See,
And
what
are the how much like prospect, how much like growth potential like we can expect in terms of CFP?
See, a CFP will give you a vast knowledge about all the risk management will be there, insurance will be there, and investment planning is going to be there, tax saving will be there, covering your risk. So there are so many things which CFP will cover, right? And it's a knowledge which you can continue doing your distribution as well. So there is no harm in that. So that definitely you can earn well when you distribute products, and product selling will give you more, commercially it is more beneficial. And if you like that, definitely continue doing that. Also, CFP will help you to enhance, maybe your must be having your existing customers, right? So once
Yes.
you are done with your CFP, and then along with that, while doing it, I think they will teach you so much that you can apply those things with your existing clients. So maybe you can earn double. You may distribute product as well, and you may give them holistic view of their finances as well. So they will get benefited from one person. So it's definitely going to help you. I think you should go for CFP.
Hi, ma'am. The first year student, do you think it's suitable for me to do CFP now? Because even if I do 3 to 4 years of work experience and I really want to start something of my own, so why will people come to me if there are so many experienced CFPs?
See, everyone starts at some time, right? I also started at some time, and it's always better when you complete your CFP, work with someone and get hands-on experience, and then start your own practice. Give some time to yourself. Once you know, attune to your this thing, how does it happen? Because I was also not aware when I completed my CFP, what do I do next? And I always wanted to do as a consultancy only, take it up as a consultancy, but you need experience for that. I had no idea what to do, how to take it forward. I was fortunate that I got a call, and he was also into the same this thing, and he was looking for CFP. So I got very good experience over there. So I would suggest that after doing CFP, work with someone, and maybe just maybe go talk to someone in the industry and take some advice, keep talking, or take up some job, and then learn, do work for at least 2 to 3 years. Then definitely you can start your own practice, and you will get confident by that time.
So
And
here-
talking to client is again, it's how many more you meet people, more you will get gain confidence. So it's not that difficult.
Okay.
Ria, just to add to what Rupa said, so I have lot of information to share on, as you said, careers after CFP, and I will also talk about unconventional careers that people of your age are opting for after CFP. So that's already covered in the presentation. That's why I'm not talking here right now, just because we have paucity of time as well. Kanaya, yeah, quickly move on to the next person.
Okay, so we can take only one more question, sir. Divakar ji, please go ahead.
Sir, good evening, madam.
Yes, hi.
Madam, this presentation which you have given is a holistic presentation on financial planning, and it gives knowledge about what to be done and how things can be done, taking life goals and all goals into picture, madam. Madam, if you can share your contact details and email ID, probably it will be better, so that this would help us know, madam.
Sure. Shall I do that in the chat box, Rajesh?
Yeah, you can quote your email ID there.
Chat has been disabled, sir.
1 second. Because one of you have requested to disable.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's enabled. Okay, so the 3-4 guys who have raised hands, but we couldn't take their questions now, rest assured, we will take your questions at the end of the session. I am not going to leave the session unless and until I answer all your queries here. So, Kanaya, shall we move ahead to the second part now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, okay, so before I begin my talk, let me thank and say a goodbye to Rupa here. Thank you so much, Rupa, for being here, taking out time to be here with us today. It was such a pleasure having you. Thank you so
It was
much.
my pleasure. Thank you so much, Rajesh, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
So, gentlemen, let me proceed with the next part of the talk. As I said, I will be talking about CFP program as well. What I didn't quote initially while we were starting the starting the presentation was, so I am a chartered accountant and a CFP and a master's in finance with the close to 2 decades, more than 2 decades rather now, 21 years of experience from the financial world. have had the privilege to work with some of the top names in the industry. And now, as you know, I am a part of Bajaj Capital Group. I take care of the entire education business here. So that's what my lineage is, what my background is. And being a chartered accountant, a CFP, and a master's in finance, I bring all the information about the program, about various programs, not only CFP. So like one of you were trying to compare financial planning with wealth management. All of that I can go, and to any extent that you want, I can go and kind of answer your queries, as all your concerns here. So with that, I'll proceed. We have enabled chat here now. So you can keep writing your questions, but I'll take questions at the end. Okay, so moving ahead. So all of you just saw Rupa is a CFP, Rupa is a certified financial planner. So let me first introduce you. I am pretty sure you would have heard of what CFP is, what Certified Financial Planner program is, but still I'm taking the liberty of just quoting a few things about what CFP program is. Okay, so first thing first, CFP is world's topmost program in personal finance. And when I say world's topmost, it is rated as the world's topmost program in personal finance. So like in accountancy and audit, if you ask me what is the topmost program, then probably CA. Okay. If you ask me what is the topmost program in financial analysis, CFA. What is the topmost program in personal finance, financial planning, wealth management, personal finance? Personal finances related to an individual, not a corporate, an individual. Okay. So in the personal finance space, CFP is rated as world's topmost program. It is a program which is recognized in 27 countries. And these 27 names include USA, UK, Canada, Australia, South Africa, Singapore, all the biggies. Okay. So imagine you are studying a program which is an international program, which is a global recognition. Okay. It's not like an MBA from some XYZ university or XYZ college. The CFP program comes in a very unique model, a very unique structure. It is a 4-in-1 certification program. When I say 4-in-1, I essentially mean that you study for one program, okay, while you are trying to be a CFP, while you are on the path to be a CFP, you are studying for one program, CFP, but on the path to be a CFP, you will get 4 international certifications. One of them is CFP, but you will get 3 more specialist certification. Okay, what these certifications are? Look, the way the program, the CFP program has been structured, it has been sliced into 4 levels. There are 4 levels in the program: level 1, level 2, level 3, and CFP final. So if you complete level 1, you get a specialist certificate from FPSB USA. You complete level 2 and you get FPSB specialist certificate. Okay. Level 3, you again get a specialist certificate from FPSB USA. So you get 3 specialist certificate and 1 final CFP certification. So that makes 4-in-1 certification for you. So imagine, okay, so as I was saying, I'm a chartered accountant. So I write on my profile, I'm a chartered accountant. Then I also write FPSB USA certified investment specialist, retirement and tax planning specialist, FPSB USA certified risk and estate planning specialist, and then finally FPSB USA CFP, certified financial planner. Okay, that's one. Second, CFP as a program allows you to have the suffix with your name. So like as CA, I can write CA before my name, CA Rajesh Kumar. Similarly, as a CFP, I can use the word CFP as a suffix with my name, Rajesh Kumar CFP. So it's a professional certification which gives your name a professional identity. That's what Rupa was also trying to emphasize, that it gives a kind of stamp your credibility. The person is qualified with the personal financial matters. Some of you asked that I'm in the college first year, is it the right program for me? Okay, so the way this program has been structured, it is right from an undergrad student to professionals, to BFSI experienced people, to IFAs, and to your surprise, you will also see a lot of retired people coming and doing the program. Okay, so I'll share those stories as well as we go along the talk. The program content is heavily focused on personal finance and wealth management. It is entirely personal finance and wealth management. You would not deviate to any other thing at all. So when I'm saying any other thing, why I am quoting this here is, so look, I also mentioned that I have done my master's in finance. So go back to your MBA finance curriculum. Try and see in your MBA finance curriculum, take out your curriculum once again and just see half of your curriculum, trust me, is not even finance, not even finance. Okay. It may be strategic management, it may be organizational behavior, it may be accounting, that is not finance. So what I'm trying to tell you is CFP as a program is specialized to personal finance. Okay. It's a short-term program. It's not like a typical MBA or a BBA program, which takes you 2 years or 3 years. It's a short-term program, which if you are quick enough, you can do in roughly around 6 months. If you go on your normal pace, you can wrap it up in 8 to 10 months. The best part is it is all online, right from your registration to study to examination to certification. Everything is online. Okay. So no need to step out anywhere. You can do it wherever you are. The question would be, so what is the eligibility? A couple of you asked, I am studying in college. Can I join the program? All you need to be having is 18 years of age. Okay. And second, 10 plus 2 qualified, 10 plus 2 passed. There is no barrier on stream. Even from arts stream, you can come and join. No barrier on percentages. Whatever percentage it is, you are eligible to join. That's about joining the program. Okay. Now, I will also give you an analogy here that let's say if you want to study for CA, with the same qualification, you go and study for CA as well. Okay. So the minimum qualification is kept to kind of build an entry check that the person who is coming to do this program has certain level of understanding. Because they are not expecting you to know the content. Before you join CFP program, they do not expect you to be knowing personal finance. That's what you are going to be taught there. But you should have some elementary level of understanding so that whatever needs to be taught, they can teach you. Okay, so once you join the program, once you complete the program, so you take those, as I said, 3 levels, 3 exams, you qualify them, you get specialist certificate, then you complete your CFP, you get your CFP done. But before your CFP membership or your CFP charter, CFP certificate is awarded to you, there is a requirement as well. By that time, you should be a minimum graduate. So if you are an undergrad, you will get your CFP certificate only when you become a grad. Your passes will be retained, everything will be valid. It will be given to you when you submit your graduation certificate. Okay, so that's one. You should be a minimum grad and you should have minimum 3 years of experience in the BFSI. 3 years of experience in the BFSI domain, banking and financial services domain. This experience can be anything. Even your MFD experience is counted. So if you have generated an ARN code, that right from the date of generation of that code, it would be counted as an experience. So even CA articleship experience is counted. Okay. The question is, what if you do not have that 3 years of experience? You've come from some other industry, or you just completed your graduation, or as one of you was saying, I'm in college, so then you do not have experience. So in that case, after you pass your CFP certification, you need to do 1 year of supervised articleship, which is more like a CA articleship, 1 year of supervised articleship or training with a practicing CFP. Okay. So the faculties who are going to teach you, the coaches who come and teach you in the program, they are all practicing CFPs. And on my screen, I can see a gentleman with a camera on. He's also practicing CFP, one of our mentors there in Goa. So I can see him live on the screen. So you can do in your internship with gentlemen like them, with people who bring in those years of experience and expertise. You can do your articleship with them as well. So that helps you qualify for this certification. Okay, so program structure, I have already said it's a program which is into 4 levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, and then CFP final. All of these levels, if you see, there would be different subjects, or if I have to give a better term, then modules. there would be different modules in all these 4 levels. Level 1 has got 3 modules. Level 2 has got 2 modules. Level 3 has got again 2 modules. And final has got 3 modules again. So 3, 2, 2, 3. That's what? Total 10 modules to study. The first 3 levels, level 1, 2, 3, would be more like you study the books, you are taught in the class, you are given assignments, projects, everything. You finish, you take exam. But the final level of CFP will include case studies, will include a real life project that you want to do and submit to the FPSB board for evaluation. Once your project is approved by them, only then you are allowed to sit for the exam. Okay, so that's what the change is in the new CFP curriculum, the new CFP structure. And as I said, the last level has got a project and a case study. So it's a very practical program. It's not a typical theoretical program where you kind of go and mug up books, mug up some concepts and theory and give exams. It's not like that. So if you are looking for practical experience, exposure, knowledge, learning, skill set, that's the program to look at. How the assessment is done, I said at each level, there would be an exam. You study for one level, you have to appear at an exam. You pass the exam, you get a certificate. Okay, so that's the process. And the exams happen once every month. So every month you will have 3 exams for level 1, 2, 3. 1 exam date for level 1, 1 exam date for level 2, 1 exam date for level 3. Every month you will have these exams happening. The level 4 exam happens after a gap of 1 month. So once in 2 months, you will have level 4 exams happening. So you can complete your exams on that way. Let me talk a little more about curriculum, though Rupa tried to give you a sneak peek of what CFP is. He said you will learn asset allocation, you will learn personal financial management, you will learn tax planning, the estate planning, everything. But I am trying to just put it in a very structured way. So CFP level 1, as I said, it has 3 modules. So the first module is personal financial management, which teaches you, and the personal financial management, this subject starts from the very basics, very elementary, right from teaching you to what is assets, liabilities, cash flow, net worth. And then it will go on to teach you financial maths as well, something like the time value of money, the computations around that. Then it will teach you all other concepts of financial planning. That's one. Then you move on to the module 2 in the level 1. Module 2 is investment planning and asset management. So this is where you learn about all the investment products, right from equities, derivatives, commodities, currency, mutual funds, bonds, FDRs, IPOs, everything. What is not covered in detail here in CFP curriculum is, as much as I have seen in this, is only crypto. Crypto is not covered in detail here in CFP curriculum. That more so because it still has to get a legal kind of acceptance in the country. That may be a reason. Otherwise, all the investment products you are taught here in this IPAM, investment planning and asset management. And then comes the third module, the most interesting module. The most interesting way to look at is, you see, while doing my CA, I studied about company law, I studied about business law. Now, if I have to advise somebody on investments, do you think, if you can quickly write in the chat, that will probably help me answer. So you see, as a part of my CA curriculum, I studied business law, I studied company law. Do you think I know investment laws too? Yes or no? Yes, no, kind of. Honest answer would be no. Honest answer would be no, because my curriculum has not taught me this. Because of my inclination in finance while pursuing my CA, I may have read the books here and there. I may have read some articles here and there, and I may have updated myself. That's a different story. But by virtue of being a chartered accountant, I am not knowing investment laws at all. So a CFP curriculum has that investment laws. You have a specific module on investment laws where you study about SEBI, IRD, acts, laws, all that. you study about Anti-Money Laundering Act, everything you're gonna study here, right? So all the investment laws are covered, so that as a financial planner, as a financial advisor, when you advise your clients, you know the litigation around it, you know the laws around it. Okay, so then comes the next module. You study these 3 modules, appear at the exam, you qualify for level 1, move on to level 2. Level 2 is retirement and tax planning. So what is retirement? Rupa was trying to illustrate this as well in her presentation. What is retirement? That's probably the most valuable financial goal that we all have, because we know one fine day we're gonna retire, one fine day we're gonna stop working, right? How do I live after that? And how do I save money before that? How do I live my life before that? That's what retirement planning is. So in a way, it's a picture of financial planning only. You are kind of setting your goals. Okay. So retirement is one of those goals. So you study about financial planning, retirement planning, the various financial goals that you set, how to achieve those goals, all that here in this module. And then you move on. The other module is tax planning, where you study more about the taxes, not the income tax, plus the taxes on investments, both. What you do not study here is the corporate tax. Corporate tax, only a brush, small brush would be there in the curriculum. Otherwise, you study more about personal tax and the investment taxation. After that, you take level 2 exam, you move on to level 3. Level 3 is risk and estate planning. Risk and estate is, the first one is risk management and insurance. So where you primarily study about what is risk, how to measure risk, what are the various variables of risk, how do we cover risk, the different type of insurance products, how do you compute human life value, how do you compute that how much insurance is required by a person, all that. So a bit of insurance maths as well is what is covered in the curriculum, and then you have all the insurance products. Then the other module is estate planning. So estate planning, please do not get confused with real estate, the word estate. Estate planning essentially means passing on my wealth to the next generation. So in a way, succession planning. Whatever wealth I have acquired, how do I pass it on to the next? Whether by a will, or if somebody dies intestate, then what happens? How do you inherit wealth? All of that, rules, laws, regulations, the process, the wealth planning, that happens here in estate planning. You appear at the exam, you pass on level 3, and then you move on to level 4. One quick information that I like to mention here is level 1, 2, and 3 give you the flexibility to take these exams in any order. So meaning to say, if you come from insurance background and you feel that no, the level 3 is easier for me, I like to take that first, you can do that. So you do not need to follow this 1, 2, 3 order. You can do them in any order. But level 4 you can appear at only when you have completed 1, 2, and 3 altogether. Okay. And then comes the CFP final, where you study about financial planning process, all the formats, templates, how do you create financial plans, what are the elements that are covered in the financial plans, etc. Then the next module is engaging client in the financial decision making. How do you engage clients? How do you take their buy-in? So it is more of a behavioral thing that also you want to study here. And then the last one is developing financial plan, which is financial plan construction. How to make a financial plan, the life financial plan. So these 3 things you would study. Based on that, now whatever these 10 modules you have studied, all these 10 things would be merged together, and then you would be given a case on which you will have to prepare a financial plan. Okay. The financial plan project that I am talking here is unlike any other typical MBA project, which you can cut, copy, paste from Google. This is not a cut, copy, paste project. This is a very interesting part of the program. And honestly, when I did CFP, this is what I loved the most, doing the project. Okay. So the project is where you put the knowledge that you acquired in the 10 modules to implement it live on a case given to you. The case would be like, so Rajesh is a 42-year-old man living in Delhi. He has this job, this much salary, these many liabilities. His goals are this. His family is this. He has a daughter. He wants to send her for foreign education after 5 years. All of that will be written, a big story. And then the story would also say that he has these 8 goals in his life. Now make a financial plan which helps him achieve these 8 goals. Then you have to make a comprehensive financial plan for me. And that would go on very descriptive. Yeah. So quickly learning outcome, right? So I have learned all of this. Now what is going to happen with me? I've learned all this. The question this question would be coming in your mind that, okay, I plan to do CFP, I have done all this. Ab kya? What next? Right? What is going to happen with me? So with the program, the kind of content that you've learned, what is going to happen is you will acquire very focused knowledge and skills in personal finance, wealth management, investment planning, tax planning, estate planning, investment laws, all of this, right? So just being an MFD, you are right now only catering your clients with a mutual fund product. Whereas being a financial planner, you will be able to advise your customer holistically on all of these, right? So that's one. Second, you would also be well versed with lot many financial calculations, right? The time value of money. So for example, when I say time value of money, for example, my mutual fund at maybe 15% CAGR, if I do a SIP of 5,000 rupees per month, how much do I accumulate after 10 years, right? Okay, there are ready-made calculators on mutual fund websites where you can put the figures and you can get it. But as a financial planner, you should know how it is. What is the concept behind it? All of that you get to study, you master here when you study the program, you learn all this. Okay, so that's one key benefit for you in terms of knowledge and skills. And then in terms of career, what it does, it makes you ready for BFSI domain. Anywhere you want to go, whether banking, financial services, tax advisory firms, financial planning firms, the brokerage houses, the fintech startups, the IFAs, the portfolio management companies, the AMCs, insurance companies, wherever you want to go. You want to set up your own business, you want to enter into financial coaching, you want to teach people, right? So it has plethora of opportunities for you. And the last line, as I mentioned, it also opens up unconventional careers in financial journalism and blogging. One of you, I don't remember the name, and I told you there as well that I have covered that in my slides. I'll come that and I'll talk about it. The question could be, okay, so I've studied, I have known about CFP now. Now I know CFP program is right for me. I have understood that CFP program, what knowledge and expertise it brings to me, what advantages it has, and how it is going to help me in my career. Now the question can be, why should I study with ICOFP? Why should I come to International College of Financial Planning? Why is Rajesh the best man to teach me? Okay, so ICOFP, International College of Financial Planning, is India's first and the largest education provider of CFP. As I said right in the beginning of the talk, CFP program was brought to India by us, by our parent company, Bajaj Capital Group. When the Financial Planning Standards Board India was established here, Rajiv Bajaj was the first person who chaired the board, right? So that's the credibility that we have. We have brought the program here, and since 2002, we have been spearheading this program. We are unmatched everywhere in terms of content, in terms of delivery. Right from our leadership, Rajiv Bajaj and Sanjeev Bajaj, right from our leadership, from the back end, the promoters, to the leadership, like people like me who are driving the business, to the people who are going to teach you, everybody comes from CFP background. So you imagine that we are not talking something we have not tested ourselves and we are saying we're going to teach. No, everybody, each one of us have done it, and then we are saying that yes, we want to take it further. The faculties who are going to be teaching you during the program, they will all have this professional background like CFP, CFA, chartered accountants, PhDs. Nobody, when I say nobody, not even one faculty would be there who himself has not done CFP. Okay, so that's the kind of faculty background we have. And the program, the academic delivery is headed by Ms. Madhu Sinha, who herself is the former director of FPSB India. Now imagine former director of FPSB India board herself coming and teaching you live in the class, right? So that's the kind of faculty background that we have. and we are humbled enough to say that we have most notable names in the ICFP alumni list. We have consistent track record, close to 80% of passing percentage, and on many occasions we have touched 100% passing percentage as well. And this I am not just for the sake of claiming here, I have written here. You can go to my LinkedIn profile, Rajesh Kumar Singh, ICFP. You will see there even Rajesh Krishnamurthy, FPSB India board head, he coming and congratulating me on achieving 100% passing as well in some exams. So that's the kind of background that we have created. So what are the study options for CFP? One is the classroom, where we have our campuses in Delhi and Mumbai, and we teach you there in the classroom. That's suspended for 2.5 years since the COVID. We have completely locked down the classroom. We are not doing the classroom now. Everything has shifted online. We are teaching you online now, live, virtual live, instructor-led classes like this. The only difference is this is a webinar, so you are all on mute. In the live classes, it is an interactive class, and there would be only 25 odd people, 25 odd students talking to a faculty, and the faculty would be teaching you live. That's the instructor-led live class that we have. There are both options. You have weekdays options. Weekdays means Monday to Friday, evening, late evening, 7:30 to 9:30, Monday to Friday. That's the weekdays option. And then you have weekends option, only Saturday and Sunday. Saturday late evening, Sunday first half of the day. The time slots vary on the weekends. Okay, so there are two options, weekdays or weekends. The choice is yours. The only difference is in weekdays, I'm going to teach you 5 days in a week. In weekends, I'm going to teach you 2 days in a week. The faculty would be the same. The content would be the same. The videos, recording, content, books, workshop, presentation, workbook, everything will remain the same. There will not be any difference at all. Okay. Every single class that you do, the classes are recorded and the videos are shared with you so that you can revise the concepts as many times as you wish. And the last option is an e-learning session. E-learning is a pre-recorded session. The classes have been recorded by the same faculty who are going to be teaching you in the live class. The same faculties have recorded that in a studio environment without any audience. They have recorded the classes and the recordings are shared with you. Okay, it's more of kind of, on a lighter note, I say that it's like Netflix, right? We have given you the access, we have given you the videos, the classes, you go and watch it as per your convenience. Ideally, I also say that it should be taken by people who have some existing background. So a chartered accountant, a CA is coming and planning to do it, a CFA coming and planning to do it, right? So they have an existing relevant background. For them, it can be easier to go for e-learning. I also mentioned earlier that one of the reasons why you should come to ICFP is because we have most comprehensive study materials. So what is that comprising of? Okay, so our study materials comprise of printed books. So the FPSB board, the Financial Planning Standards Board, when you enroll for CFP program, they also give you some books, but those books will not be printed books. They will be all e-books, online books, which you cannot save, you cannot download, you cannot print. You can only view online. Okay, so that's the content that FPSB will also give you. But what we give you is, we give you concept books, the printed books, the physical books, the workbooks to practice all the questions. With the each of workbook will have close to 500 to 800 questions in each module. You will be given a lot of assignments during the class, group projects in the class. I mentioned that all the classes are recorded, are shared with you so that you can revise your concepts as many times as you wish. Before you go and take your CFP exam, you are given online mock test by us so that you see how prepared you are. And then last minute, you also have a doubt clearing session with the faculty. You can come and interact with the faculty one-on-one, clear your doubts. Then, as I said, you have case studies, you have mentoring sessions, all of that available. And yes, of course, there would be industry experts coming for guest lectures as well, sharing their experiences, thoughts, and a lot more. So that's what the study materials, the study offerings on CFP program is available from ICFP. And when I say that we offer you India's most comprehensive CFP study material, Yes, it is indeed India's most comprehensive study material. You bring me a study material which is even an iota more comprehensive than what I just mentioned, and then the course is free for you. Okay, so that's the confidence that we carry in our study materials in the content that we offer. Some of our notable alumni, I think on your screen it may appear very small, but because for the sake of design, it has been kept like a funnel, a triangle narrowing down. So, but even then, I'll tell you, you can go and search these names and you will find the most notable name is not written here, by the way. I think my team has missed it. So Gaurav Mashruwala is our alumni, by the way, and people who have been into financial advisory space know these names very well. Gaurav Mashruwala, Lovai Navlaki, Dilshad Bilimoria, Suresh Sadagopin, Silpi Johari, all these guys, they have studied for CFP program with us. Okay, so Gaurav is there next to Silpi. Yeah, so Gaurav, Bhuvna Sriram, right? So these people have studied for CFP program with us, right? So that's the stellar, financial. These people are the poster faces of financial advisory world today, and they have opted to study for CFP program with us. So these are independent practitioners. Coming next, there are people who did CFP program but opted to go into corporate careers. They said we're going to work in the corporate world, not come to our own independent practice, right? So you have Jayant Pai, who worked with Parag Parikh Mutual Fund. You have Nitin, who works with Karvi. You have Shalini, who worked with Ingentus. You have Sumit, who works with IDFC Bank. So all these people have gone on to the corporate world and established themselves at a pretty senior position, right from the head of a product to head of to associate vice president to becoming a partner in the firm. All of they have achieved that kind of success stories. The next in line is people who have gone global, who have gone outside the country and have built their career. So Sonia Ambani, Sonia happens to be our alumni as well, and Sonia happens to be one of our ex-faculty members as well. Okay, so it's very close to us. Sonia is these days in Australia, so Sonia is there. Rajneesh is there. Rajneesh is in British Columbia, Canada, and these people have gone on globally. And so when I say, you remember initially I was saying that CFP is an international program. It is valid in 27 countries. So it allows you to go outside and practice as well, to work as well, right? And that's what these people have leveraged on. Then I have entrepreneurs who have done CFP and who have become entrepreneurs. And these are a little unconventional entrepreneurs as well. So a couple of you who were asking questions that if I am a graduate, I think a young girl was asking here a question, if I'm a graduate, will people come to me? Why will people come to me? I don't know your name, but I referring this case to you. Go and please watch out for Aditi Khandelwal. Okay, Aditi Khandelwal today is one of the most well-known financial voices, financial names on YouTube. What she kind of, after doing CFP, what she explored or she figured out is that there is not much of content available as far as financial knowledge is concerned on YouTube. And she saw YouTube as an emerging space. She said, why not go and build myself there? And today she has built it as a business model for her, right? She is a successful YouTuber, right? So in a world where people are selling recipes to saris to watches on YouTube, she is selling financial advice on YouTube. So that the very own firm called Network FP, where he does some kind of financial certification programs. Again, an innovative entrepreneur, right? So people have gone on to experiment and have proven in all the areas wherever you can think of. And then you have the next set, again, pretty unconventional careers. So Monica Hallen, Monica, I think everybody knows today, especially with her book, Let's Talk Money, becoming so famous. So Monica is a well-known financial journalist. C has been ICFP student as well for CFP program, right? So Colonel Sunil Midha, he has been our student. Now Colonel Sunil Midha, now coming from army, getting retired and pursuing CFP, right? So a pretty unconventional career, pretty different choices they have. Last but not the least, Hitesh. Hitesh again happens to be one of our faculty members as well. Hitesh is a chartered accountant. He's a CFP, and Hitesh comes with a very kind of stellar career background. He has worked with KPMG and Goldman Sachs for more than 10 years. Now imagine somebody being a chartered accountant, a CFP, working with KPMG and Goldman Sachs and coming to teach you taxation in your class at ICFP, right? So you will have faculties like them, experts like them coming and teaching you. Now, the funnel, the triangle that you see here narrowing down has been designed deliberately to just for the sake of design purposes. And this slide was to give you a feel of that CFP alumni, CFP experts have gone on to build their career in multiple areas, right from practicing as a financial planner, practicing as a financial advisor, to getting into the corporate world, to going global, to finding international careers, to becoming entrepreneurs, to unconventional career, to even teaching, right? So that's what the program does for you. So one of you have already mentioned in the chat, I was seeing it a while, that what is the fee of the program, fee structure. So coming to that, so CFP program has two parts of the fee. One is the fee that you pay to the FPSB board for your registration, to your examination, to your certification, all of that. And the other small fee is that you pay to us, to ICFP, for us to teach you the program. Okay. The fee that you pay to FPSB board goes in US dollars. The fee that you pay to us comes in Indian rupees. So I'll talk about both the fees here. So fee that you pay to that you pay to FPSB board, right, starts with a registration fee. Okay. So first you have to register with FPSB board. This registration is one-time activity which is valid for all the 4 levels. It is not that you have to register for each of the levels one by one. One time you register, it is valid for 1 year, one time. Okay. After that, as I said, FPSB will give you some books, some online books. Okay. That is mandatory for all. Even if you come to study with me, that content they will be giving you online and you will have to take that. You will have to pay for it. Okay. And they will charge you $60 for each level, for level 1 to 3, and $120 for the final level. So meaning total, if you do it, 60 into 3 plus 120, this becomes $300. Similarly, examination fee, level by level. So 1 to 3, it is $61. And for CFP final, it is $122. So if you do 61 into 3 plus 122, it becomes $305. Now, please keep in mind that all these fees are not paid in one go. These are paid as you go along the program. So meaning to say, when you are in level 1, you will pay only for level 1. That to level 1, you will pay content subscription fee in this month and examination fee in the next month when you book your exam. Okay, so all these fees are paid in the staggered manner over a period of time. Once you complete your 1 to 3, you claim your specialist certificate, you have to pay $100. Again, this is a one-time activity for all 3, $100 for all 3 certificates. And after clearing your CFP final CFP certificate, $120. So that's the program fee, the cost involved, which you pay to FPSB USA in US dollars. Coming to what you pay to us to teach you the program is very small amount as compared to what FPSB took from you. Okay, so there are, as I was mentioning, there are 3 ways that we teach: classroom, virtual, and e-learning. Classroom highlighted in red because we are not doing that at the moment because of the lockdown and all that. You have the choice to join me level by level as well. You say that, no, I'll join only for level 1. Fair enough, you can do that. You say, I will join only for level 2. Fair enough, you can do that. But the benefit is, if you join me for the whole of these 4 programs, 4 in 1, then you save approximately 30-35%. So that's a benefit for you. So for example, if you join me virtual means the live classes, then if you join me level by level, for each level, if you pay me separately, you will end up paying me 55,000. Whereas the 4-in-1 study program, if you opt today, if you register for the CFP program, what you pay is 37,500, which means close to 17,000 rupees of saving, which is what? Approximately 32%, whatever. That's the saving for you. Similarly, e-learning, instead of 40,000, you end up paying only 27,500. Again, approximately 32% saving for you. Okay, so that's the benefit. Now, gentlemen, I truly appreciate. I don't know, I can see I have audience from all parts of the country, but in Delhi, it's truly a shivering winter here, shivering cold here. But despite that, you opted to living your chai pakoras, you opted to be here with me. You spent your evening with me today. So for you, for all of you who are serious about your career, serious about your profession, and you want to study CFP now, you want to take this, hit this goal now, you want start your study now, don't delay it any further. If you start today, I have a very special offer for you, a very special deal for you. The deal is, the fee is discounted by 5,000 rupees. So in the virtual, the fee was 37,500, that is discounted to 32,500 for today. In the e-learning, the fee was 27,500, that is discounted to 22,500 for you today. So the first thing is you save 5,000 rupees straight away if you join the program today. Okay, that's one benefit for you. Second is, if you join the program today, you would be entitled to get a discount by the way of a discount coupon that my team will give you, a discount on the FPSB content fee. You remember I was saying 60 into 3 plus 120, $300 ho gaya. The content fee which you paid at FPSB online. Now, if you join today, my team is going to give you the discount coupon when you pay at FPSB fees, and you end up saving $150. $150 at today price, if you calculate, would be close to 13,000 rupees, right? Now 5,000 rupees you saved first, and then 13,000 rupees here. So which means 18,000 rupees you straight away save if you are taking the call to join the program today. Okay, you have been thinking about your career for a long, you have heard our experts coming, you have seen how people go and build careers, you have learned about the program, you have learned the program structure, examination, everything. Don't miss it. If you join the program today, you save 18,000 rupees. The best part is, then you ask me that, sir, how would I pay 32,500 today? I was not prepared to pay this much. Fair enough. We have student loan arrangements available, that to interest-free student loan, right? There would be a nominal processing charge that NBFC would charge you some 700-800 rupees, but no interest would be charged. So all you need to do is pay 10%, book your seat, enroll now, balance in 6 easy EMIs. 6 easy EMIs. 6 easy EMIs is what? Approximately, if I talk about virtual, it would be approximately 5,000 rupees. In case of e-learning, it would be approximately 3,000 rupees, 3,500 rupees, right? So around the price of a shirt, price of a trouser a month, you are upgrading yourself to be a CFP. That's the deal for you. That's the benefit for you if you join the program today. What you need to do to avail the offer is call us on this number 9711437779. My team, Kanaya, if you can write this number in the chat as well. Call us on this number. My team is there to help you, to answer you, to guide you into the program, to help you enroll today, take the offer, and start your CFP studies ASAP. Kanaya, I can see some raised hands. If you can unmute them one by one.
Sure.
Okay, so Mr. Mehta is asking, okay, I have some questions in the chat as well. I am taking that too in the meantime. Mr. Mehta is asking, is alternative assets covered in the CFP curriculum? Yes, so all the alternative assets, real estate, REIT, etc. are covered in the CFP curriculum, duly covered.
Okay, Pooja ji, you can unmute yourself. Please go ahead. Yes,
My
please go
question
ahead.
is, my question is
Yeah.
that there you have mentioned 3 levels and last level, which is the 4th level.
Right.
So in a first level, how many papers I have to appear, and what will be the exam mode?
Okay. Can I know your name?
Amit.
Amit. Okay. So Amit ji, in each of these levels, level 1, 2, 3, or 4, there would be one exam only. Okay. So let's say, for example, level 1. So level 1, there is one exam, and exam is 75 questions, 75 marks, no negative marking, all MCQs, all objectives. Okay. 2-hour exam, you have to give it online. Number 1. Number 2, when I say these 3 subjects, you remember in the first module, I said there are 3 subjects. So the 3 subjects have different bifurcation. For example, PFM has 25% weightage, investment planning has 60% weightage, regulatory environment, the investment laws has 15% weightage. So that's for level 1. Level 2, similarly, if you move, again, 2 hours exam, 75 questions, 75 marks. That's the standard format for 1, 2, and 3. 75 hours, 75 questions, 75 marks, 2-hour exam, all MCQs, no negative marking. Okay. The weightage of the subject will vary, but there would be one exam only for each level.
And these exams will be self-proctored exams?
So these exams are all online proctored exam. There is somebody else across the screen who is constantly watching you, and the exams are conducted on a software which is given to you, a kind of access which is given to you to get into the software and then take your exam.
Yes, Sagunji, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, good evening, sir. I have 4 questions. Firstly, the exams that you have said after that first exam, I have to give 3 papers in 1 month, and then there is a gap of 1 month, and then only I have to give the 4th paper. I didn't get that, so could you please repeat that?
Okay.
Secondly, you said in this case, this 6 months, 6 easy EMIs are available on the ICOFP, the US, the amount that I have to give in dollars, is it available on that too, or just the amount that I have to give in INR? And thirdly, I have one question that is it MBA finance would be better, or CFP?
Okay, so let me answer you all the questions, Sagunji. So one, your first question was the examination. So there would be only one exam in a month, one exam which will have all 3 subjects of module 1. Similarly, let's say after 2 months you take level 2, one exam which will have all 2 subjects of the level 2. So only one exam per level. Okay, not that each subject will not have one exam. Each level will have one exam. One exam for each level. Okay. So that's one. Second, you asked about whether the fees of the FPSB USA board are included in can be financed. Yes, they can be financed, but the FPSB USA board fees are financed in a way that one exam fee would be included, right? So when you talk to my team will give you the exact breakup that, okay, look, this what is the FPSB fees cost, and this would be included, this would be financed as well. Okay. Third question was, which is better, CFP or MBA finance?
Yeah.
Okay. Sagunji, if you are somewhere looking to build a career in financial planning or wealth management or financial advisory space, then trust me, MBA finance does not bring you that practical exposure at all. Why I'm saying this? Based on my personal learnings, as I shared during my intro also, I come from CA, CFP, and MBA finance background. So I have seen all these 3 worlds, right? I was quoting this example also, take out MBA finance curriculum of any college, any university, any program. Compare, see what are they there in the curriculum to be learned. It has more of management, less of finance, right? So MBA finance is a management course. It's not a personal finance course, right?
Okay.
So that's the key difference.
There's one more question. You said that I have to do, I don't have any work experience, so I have to do an articleship under CFP. What is it while pursuing this CFP program, or after? Means I can give the exams and then I can do the articleship and then I can apply. Means I can send them the credentials that I have done
got your
earlier.
question. I got your
Yeah.
question. So your CFP articleship is done only after you complete level 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. After you complete all these 4 levels for 1 year, you have to be doing an articleship with a supervised training under a CFP. That also we will arrange, because all the faculties are going to be teaching you, they are practicing CFPs more or less. So what we generally do is we map the students with one of these faculties for practical learning, practical exposure, and the articles.
So can it be done online, or do I have to do it?
Yeah, it is done online. It is done online.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yes, Harshji, please go ahead.
So my question was that if I'm doing on a weekday, so there are two modes, doing on weekend and weekday. So one question is, how much time would it take if I consistently I'm able to do it on the weekday? Like, let's say if I'm attending class on a weekday, how much time do I have to give on the weekend to do the assignments? That was an important question. And can I, while doing my CFP course, get an internship with one of the alumni which was there on one of the slides, to gain experience while in 6, 7 months or 8 months I'm doing my CFP, so that while I finish, when I get my certification, I can hit the road running, and I can also, while I'm doing my CFP, I can get the nuts and bolts and the gears of how to be a successful planner.
So Harsh, as I said, the weekend is where we teach you for 2 days in a week. Weekdays is where we teach you 5 days in a week. So 5 days in a week essentially means I am spending 10 hours of teaching in a week, whereas weekends mean 4 hours of teaching in a week, right? The program totality needs around 230 odd hours of teaching, 200 to 220 odd hours of teaching. So if you join the weekday program, you are able to wrap up the whole study in roughly around 5 to 6 months. If you join the weekend program, you are able to wrap it up in 10 to 12 months. So that's the difference. But you should be picking the mode, weekday or weekend, depending on how much time you can spare out on a weekday or on a weekend. That's completely your choice. Second, as far as internship is concerned, yes, the names that you saw there, if you want to do an internship with any one of these, or maybe a lot many other of our faculties like Kalpesh, Viresh, Kalpesh Asar is our ex, Kalpesh Asar is our alumni, Viresh is our alumni. So any one of these big names, small names, the big firms, so wherever if you want to do your internship, yes, we allow you to do internship, but we will help you putting the internship only when you complete at least CFP level 1. Okay. Kanaya, quickly next.
Paraji, please go ahead.
Yeah, the same question which I've asked earlier, the Cbri registration one, and the second one, the articleship which was mentioned, or the internship. Is it a part-time one, or will I have to do a full-time job for getting the articleship?
Okay, so articleship can be done online. It's a part-time thing. Not that you have to full-time be working under practicing CFP. That's the answer to the second question. The first question regarding SEBI RIA. So you see, in 2013, SEBI said that what is the definition of SEBI RIA? If you read it very clearly, it says that any financial advisor who is dealing in more than one product. So if I am a mutual fund distributor, and I'm happy to be a mutual fund distributor only, I don't want to look the world outside, fair enough, I can continue doing like this. But the moment I say I am dealing in more than one product, besides mutual fund, I'm also doing maybe insurance, maybe financial planning, maybe other advisory, right? So if I am dealing in more than one products, I need to register myself with SEBI as a registered investment advisor. Now, to be a SEBI RIA, there are 3 requirements that SEBI stated. One is the qualification, the other is certification, the third one is experience. In terms of qualification, they say, if the revised guideline I'm talking about, which was released in 21, the revised guidelines say that if you want to be a SEBI RIA, you have to be a postgraduate in in specified fields, business, economics, finance, commerce, accounts, ऐसे लिखा हुआ है. So only those specified fields you have to be a post-grad. Then comes the certification. There they have stated that you need to have either of these certifications, CFA, CFP, or NISM 10A, 10B. NISM 10A, 10B is the easiest thing to do. Okay, Bacha program, it's a very child program, not even 20% of what is there in CFP to learn. So that's a quick way if you look at it. But the smaller the program, the lesser the knowledge, the lesser the learning. Okay, coming to the third thing, experience. So it states that you need to have minimum 5 years of experience. But if you do not have that experience, but after 3 years, with 3 years of experience also you can apply. Okay, so that's the what you guideline in the nutshell. Gopalaji, if you need more information, I would request go on YouTube. There is a video on Cbri model where I talk about everything, and I also explain you the process and all of the stuff. That's there on YouTube. You can search it on our channel, ICF itself. Watch it. Even after that, if you have any queries, please feel free to connect to my team, and my team will connect you to me. I will be more than happy answering all your questions as well. Can I hear next?
Nikhil, please go ahead.
My question is that suppose I have enrolled myself from Monday to Friday course. If I miss any evening course, is it that I'll be provided with a recording part of that particular day?
So Nikhilji, as I mentioned, whether weekdays or weekend, every single class that you do is recorded and the recording is shared with you. Okay, so if you miss a class, you have always the recording. Nevertheless, other than the recording, you also have the facility that if you miss the class, let's say, and we were teaching a concept which was a little difficult to understand with the recording also, then you can ask the program manager. She will align you maybe half an hour or 1 hour separate one-on-one Zoom with the faculty who comes and kind of does the one-on-one session for you to help you, quickly cover up that gap.
Okay, that would be great. The second question is that we have got 4 examinations that is to be given, right?
Right.
And what is the tenure like? When we'll be supposed to give the first examination and second, the third, and the fourth one?
Okay, so the cycle would be, Nikhilji, you start studying today. After 1.5 months, we advise you to register with FPSB, not today. So after 1.5 months, you register with FPSB. Then the next month you subscribe for the content, and 1.5 months after that you give the exam. So meaning to say, approximately after 3 months of study, you take your level 1 exam. Okay.
Okay.
Approximately after 2.5 months of study, you take your level 2 exam. Similarly, approximately after 2.5 months of study, you take your level 3 exam. This I am saying on the weekend course, not the weekdays one. Weekend. Weekdays, if you do, it is faster. It is twice. So I mean, after 1.5 months, you can take level 1 exam. If you are going for weekdays. If you are going for weekdays, after 2.5 months, you can take your level 2 exam. Okay.
Okay. So I suppose that it will take around 6 months for those people, those who are going to do classes from Monday to Friday, and it will be taking around a year for those who are doing a weekend class.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Thank you so much.
Kanaya, please put Shagun Sharma on mute.
Akhilesh, please go ahead.
Sir, I have 2 questions from my side. First one is that I had registered in the old curriculum and my AFP exam is pending. So what is the road ahead for me now? And second question is, what will be the right course with you to go for this exam?
So Akhilesh ji, you see, 31st December was the last deadline that FPSB has given you to migrate from old curriculum to the new curriculum. FPSB has been sending mails to all the participants. Even we have sent mails, and besides the mails, in fact, I believe on in the mid of December, I had an exclusive session inviting all the old students on the process of how do you migrate from the old curriculum to the new curriculum, if at all you have passed certain exams. So Achilles ji, it seems you have missed the boat. Okay. However, you can always study for the new program. If you want, you can also write a mail to FPSB maybe and can check if they can accommodate. But 31st December is already over, so I'm afraid you have missed the boat. You will have to do the program again. Yeah. Kanaya, next.
So yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Rajesh. This is Venkat here.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know, you explained about this weekend and weekday classes. What about this e-learning duration? What is the duration? Will it goes with, yeah.
So Venkat ji, you remember I said e-learning is more like Netflix. So I give you, depending on your pace, sir. So if you feel that no, it's a web series that I want to watch overnight and I'll finish it off, your choice.
Fine.
It's absolutely study on your own pace model.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And this, do we need to renew this certification annually?
Okay. So technically, if you ask me by the rules, yes. If you are practicing CFP, you should be renewing your CFP license every year. But if you ask me the answer, as I said, technically by definition. But if you ask me the answer practically, as per industry practice, you see, India there are 8,000 plus 8,500 odd people who have passed CFP exams, but only 2,000 have renewed their licenses, because majority of them are in the corporate world, where their license is not required anyways to be renewed every year. Okay. So only those who are independently practicing, they are renewing it. Other people are generally not renewing it. That's your choice, but ideally you should be renewing it.
So what would be the cost for that?
That's $110.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for the e-learning also, do we get access to the mentors for any clarification of doubts and all those things?
Okay. So in e-learning also, what is done, Shreyasji, Venkatji, is you are put into a group, a WhatsApp group, where similar e-learning people like you are also there in the group. So if you have a query, all you need to do is you need to just write in the group or take a screenshot from the book, put it in the group. The group has also faculty members, the mentors and the coaches. So they will be doing the live answering to you. Okay. Plus there will also be exclusive doubt sessions. So let's say you want to interact with the faculty one-on-one. That is also possible. And on top of all this, Venkatji, if you are thinking to go for e-learning, see the program also offers you the flexibility to move from e-learning to virtual or virtual to e-learning at any point of time. So maybe after a year, let's say 2 months of study, you realize that no, I should go to virtual only. We allow you to do that. You only pay the difference for the fee and you move to that. Similarly, let's say you join virtual and you feel that no, e-learning was better, I should have gone there because then I will study on my own pace. You're allowed to move. Whatever the difference amount is, we pay you back.
Okay, fine. This online, one last question. So this online this examination which is there, so this also will be on par with the others, right? If I opt for e-learning.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Every single thing, even the faculty, coaches, everything will remain the same.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes, Sudhir, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I hope you can hear me. I have two questions. First question, when is the next batch starting for the online classes? And secondly, on the exam format, you said they are MCQ questions. Now, is that a common practice across the industry, or is it only for the current your institution that is offering the MCQ?
Okay. So the second question first. So the CFP exam is conducted by the FPSB USA board itself. We do not have any say in the exam. The questions, the model, the software, everything remains the same, what they follow for everybody. Okay, so MCQs are followed, the same MCQs examination model is followed for all the examination takers, whether you are taking the exam through us or whether you are taking through somebody else or directly. Okay, so that's one. Coming to your first question, when is the next batch starting? So whether you want to join for weekend or weekdays. So that's one thing, but I have a batch starting every month. Okay, my last batch has started, I think, just a week ago. So if you join quickly, maybe you can go to the previous batch itself, because that has just started a week ago. I think one class has only passed, so you can always quickly catch up there. Or if you want to join the next class, I think we are starting a batch in February, for which we are closing admissions by the next week. Okay, so you have both the options. Yeah, but to be honest, I have every month I have both weekdays, weekends batches starting. So you take a call, but enroll quickly, because otherwise we will be fitting you in the next batch only, not in this batch. Can I hear next?
Honor, someone have their mobile.
Honor view 10.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, sir. Myself Aditya. Sir, I need to ask that I'm a CS by qualification. So, do I get any exemptions in this CFP module?
Okay, so Aditya, see, first of all, I'm happy to know that you are a CS. But the second question would be, Aditya, why are you looking for an exemption? You see, in the CFP model earlier, in the CFP old examination framework, there was this exemption provision. In the CFP new framework, exemptions are completely gone. Okay. You have to take all the exams. Now the exemption is only on the education, not on the exam. You have to take all the exams. Okay. Earlier there was an exemption. So, for example, you were a CS, you would have got the exemption. You would have to take only the AFP exam. But now that exemption is no more available. That's first. Second, Aditya, my personal advice would be, don't look for these exemptions. You see, even when I decided to do CFP, so I did CFP in the new framework only. And when I decided to do my friends were advising me that, Rajesh, you are a CA, you will get exemption in the old curriculum itself. But at that time only curriculum was changing. So I waited. I said, no, I'll wait for a while. I'll have the whole program. Where is the challenge? So if you take the whole program, you see, you are getting exemption for what? Technically, you are supposed to get exemption for something that you already know. And if you already know, then why you should be worried about taking the exam? Take the exam, right? So don't worry.
Okay.
See, Rupa was sharing it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Rupa was sharing
it was just for the time, sir. That's it.
Yeah, go on.
There was all the concern was regarding time, sir. And the second thing is that what is the total exact duration of the course? Means I need to ask it again that if I will go for weekdays and weekends, what will the total time I will get the final certification?
Okay, so you see, weekday, you are able to wrap up your studies in approximately 6 months. Weekdays, weekends, you will be able to wrap up your studies in 10 to 12 months. Now, how quickly you are able to wrap up, get certification depends on you as well, because you say that, okay, I have taught you, but you say that, no, I am not taking the exam this month, I will take the exam next month. Right. So then you are delaying your examination process. Ideally, the moment your course is finished, take the exam. Because we have also, and Aditya, why we are saying this is, we have also seen this with our stats, that when you appear at the exam immediately, when the course is finished, your passing percentages are much better.
Yeah, that is true. So one thing more is the if ICOFP will call us, or we have to call in the number you have given in the screen.
So you call us on this number, Aditya, if you want quickly, because see, I had 200 plus participants here. So even if my team calls you, I think I don't know when they will call you, right?
Okay.
Since the offer is for today, if you call us quickly on this number, my team will help you quickly today.
And sir, one thing more, sir, give a brief difference between virtual and e-learning again, sir. The virtual classes and e-learning.
Okay, so virtual is live instructor-led class. Somebody like me, my faculties would be there live on the Zoom screen, and they will be teaching you live for 2 hours. Okay, so that's a virtual.
So there will be a timing, sir, a proper timing, right?
Yeah. There would be a predefined time. You come on the class, yes, and there would be a batch. More like you, there would be 20-25 odd students who would be part of the batch, the cohort, and see the faculty would be teaching that cohort on the same time. Okay, so that's virtual. Pre-recorded is where my faculties have recorded the same session in a studio environment without any student, without any other member. And that recording is shared with you so that you study on your own pace.
Okay. And sir, regarding the study material, the company will send me all the study materials in my address, means the hard copies and all.
Yes, yes. And the courier fee and all is included in whatever study fee you have. We not charge it separately. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Meenakshi, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, so I have completed my CFP in the old curriculum, sir. So now my doubt is how to renew, sir. Like I have so much doubts regarding the renewal charges. As you said, $110. How about the CE points, sir? So how to gain my CE points? Like, can I know the resources and that is my doubt. So how to renew my CE as well as my CFP?
Okay. So other than $110 fee that you have to pay annually for renewal, there are the CPD points or CE points that you have to get. Those CE points can be achieved by various events and activities that you can keep doing. So those activities can be, for example, if you see, FPSB organizes a lot of webinars and talks, right? And they mention there as well that five points would be given, 10 points would be given. So if you attend that fully, you get 5 points C credit.
Okay.
Right. So similarly, you need to attend those 4 or 5 workshops in a year. That's one. Second, FPSB comes out with their monthly newsletters.
Okay.
If you want, you can write for those newsletters. If you write one article for that newsletter, that brings you some 10 CE points.
Okay.
Right. So there are ways that you can do. Your name is Meenakshi, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you need help in renewing your license, even for that, you can always call us on this number. My team will help you, or they will connect you with me, and we will kind of help you with your renewal process.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. So, like as you said, there are workshops which are conducting. How will I get to know that the workshops are conducting? So, because I'm not, when I checked in the website, I was unable to get that info.
So very simple, Meenakshi. Now it's very simple. All you need to do is please follow FPSB on social media. Now these days they are posting everything. They are posting all there. So recently they had a workshop with Arya, okay, where they had given 5 CE points.
Okay.
Association of Registered Investment Advisors, Arya. So they had a session with them. 5 CE points were given. So just follow their social media. Everything is shared there.
Okay, sir. Fine. FPSB in any FB or Insta or any.
Yes. Follow them on LinkedIn. That's better.
LinkedIn. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Kanaya, I will.
Well, I can't see any raised hand at this moment. Yes,
let me quickly look at the chart also. Time, fee, alternate assets. I think everything is covered, Kanaya. Time, fee, and all that stuff I have talked about already covered. Kanaya, Sagun Sharma has raised hand.
Sagunji, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. One more question. You just talked about these points. Do they have anything to do with this the program or for the renewal thing?
Okay. So Sagunji, CE points are not supposed to be doing anything with your program and study. They are only when you complete the program. You are through with the program. Then after the program, from next year when you go for your renewal of the CFP license, your CFP certification, then $110 plus certain points are required. Okay. So that's for that. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So since all the queries are well answered, I hope we could add some value to your knowledge today, and we could answer all your queries regarding CFP program. So with that, signing off, and I shall look forward to seeing all of you in our CFP batches soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.